Mike.
And Ravin.
We're about to play a game against the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah.
And we're using Alpha Flight. Without Guardian this time, so we got North Star,
Aurora, Snowbird, and Sasquatch.
Yeah. So we have everything set up. We're going at Mount Rushmore, Europe. So Valley of the Sleeping Dragon, Times Square, Asia, and what's the other one we got? Royal Palace.
Cool.
And then North Star is going to have body armor to protect some damage. So is Aurora. And then Snowbird has a communication device, so if they're alone, they can use a heroic action.
Neat.
And then Sasquatch has an airlift.
Cool.
So we don't have any of our wilds too, because we are using the Alpha Flight cards too. So I'll put that in the first two. Team Alpha, so another hero may immediately heroic action in their location. You may give one of your action tokens to them too.
Neat.
And then the other one, what's this one? Omnijet, choose one location. All heroes there may move to another.
Cool.
To any other single location. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we'll determine where they're going because, guys, number 3. So they're going to be at the Royal Palace. Will be the opposite, and they all start at the same spot.
Okay.
In this one, and they basically follow Wreaker around. If they have the crowbar, they get more bonuses in this too.
Okay.
So we want to try to get rid of Wreaker first, because when Wreaker dies, the crowbar doesn't follow him. But if he's alive, the crowbar follows him, and the other ones gets benefits from where the crowbar is.
Okay.
And then once they're loot tracked, there's things that raise that up. Gets to 10, we lose.
Okay.
It's not normal missions in this one. There's not save civilians or any of those ones in this one. This one is we just have to finish all the 6 threats. That's what that is up there. Then they'll be under pressure, and then we can target them.
Okay.
So we'll just put everybody where it's supposed to go and then draw the first card. Actually, I'll draw that now and then put them where they're going. So we already know they're at the Royal Palace. So this one's going to move 3, the other one's going to move 4, and they're both going to bam.
Okay.
So we'll set everything up and then do that. So we're going to draw our cards too.
So we'll do North Star first.
Yeah.
So he has Flight. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, when you perform move actions, you may bring another hero in your location with you.
Yeah, him and Laura play off each other because she gets bonuses when she moves not in her turn. So
cool. So his next one is a move and a heroic action. And then he has Concussive Blast. 2 fights split as you like in your and adjacent locations. Aurora has Gestalt Photokinesis. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, each time you enter a location during another hero's turn, you may immediately heroic action or fight them.
That's what I was saying. So they play off each other.
Cool. Next one. Projectile Speed. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you entered 2 or more different locations during your turn, at the end of your turn, you may heroic action or fight in your location.
So they play off of moving a lot too?
Yeah, that's cool. And then she has a wild. So, Snowbird. Mystical Resistance, sorry. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you can't be forced to play cards randomly. That's cool. 2 fights. And move in a heroic action. So now Sasquatch has a move and a fight. A wild, and claws. 2 fights against a single target in your location.
Okay.
He didn't have a starting hand.
Nope, he didn't have a starting hand card.
Okay.
So Thunderball is going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's going to be in a location. And then Piledriver is going to move 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because Wreaker didn't move, the crowbar stays with Wreaker.
Okay.
So I got to put the crowbar. The crowbar always follows Wreaker.
Okay.
So they move, then you activate their BAM. So Thunderball's BAM is deal 1 damage to 1 hero in Thunderball or adjacent location. Okay. If Thunderball is in the crowbar location or adjacent to 1, or adjacent 1, deal 1 more damage and add a thug there. So yeah, you don't want them close to the crowbar.
No.
But he's going to do 1 damage to someone in this location.
Okay.
We can give it to North Star because he has a body armor. Because
Okay.
what's a body armor do?
Use on a villain turn. Ignore 1 damage you would take. Then turn this face down.
Okay, so we'll use it for North Star. And then it's exhausted now, so we can't do it anymore.
Yes.
So Piledriver would go. And his BAM is deal 1 damage to 1 hero in Piledriver's location. So no one's in his location.
Thankfully.
If Piledriver is in the crowbar location or adjacent 1, deal 1 more damage, and add a civilian there. So yeah, we got lucky there that Wreaker didn't go. So we got to be careful about that crowbar.
Yeah.
And that's it for their turn so far.
Okay.
So not everybody goes. It just determines on what cards get played for them, right?
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, because we haven't played against multiple people yet.
No.
Okay, so it will be North Star first. So we can decide if we want to use an Alpha Flight card or pick up and then use one of his cards.
Okay.
That setup card where he can do a move and then bring people with him is pretty good too.
Yeah. It only brings another hero, so it only brings 1.
Yeah, so you basically use it on Aurora, I think, and then they move off each other.
Okay. So, do you want to draw a card and then we'll decide?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe the move his special effect one. Oh, what's that one?
So he got another concussive blast.
Okay.
So 2 fights split as you'd like in your adjacent location. And then a heroic action.
Huh. So, what do you think? So we put down the flight one where he can play off, or we can use that one we just picked up and we can do a fight in our locations. What do you think?
Because we got to clear some of the...
Yeah, we have to clear the threats so we can attack them.
Yeah.
But we also don't want to get overflow in this, because if you get overflow, it moves up the...
Moves up the tracker?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think using one of these concussive blasts is a good idea. Because then we'll have a fight and a heroic action on the threat, and then get rid of the thug that's in the
What did you like in your end? Yeah. Okay, so we'll do a fight on the threat, fight on the thug, and then heroic action there?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Once we clear that threat, we have to add 2 thugs, though. All their threats, once you clear them, you either add 2 thugs or 2 civilians, so we got to keep that in mind, too.
Okay.
So it'll be Aurora's turn. Do we want to... Another hero may immediately in your location. This one, choose a location. All heroes may move to another single location. We could... I'm thinking... That Alpha Flight card's pretty good, too, because we can choose a location. So we could choose R1. And then all heroes there may move to any other single location. So we could do the move in there, clear up that threat, and then move to any other location. We could move right behind them so they try to catch up.
I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea.
So let them chase us. Or, because I only played it a little bit when I did the test, and I don't remember if they have any 0 moves. Because I don't know if we want to move right in their spot and then let them move off us, or move right behind them.
Maybe we'll go right behind for now.
You want to do right
Just
behind?
in case.
Okay. So I'll play the jet card?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll choose that location, and then everyone there can choose any other location. But are we all going to go as a team together?
Yeah, I think to Asia.
Okay. So we're going to Asia. So we'll move everyone over there, and then we'll finish that threat, and then we'll have to add 2 thugs. So we played that card, though. We have to flip over a new one. And this one has a bad card, too, like all team ones. That says if you want to make it easier, you can take it out, but we'll leave it in.
Yeah.
So that one is another hero may immediately fight in their location. You may give them one of your action tokens.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Okay, so we'll
It's
move everybody
like the
up.
reverse of the other one.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we put the 2 thugs at Thunderball. The heroic action we had from North Star's card, we filled up that threat. And now it will be Snowbird's turn. So the Snowbird want to play an Alpha Flight card. Because we have a move and a fight. Or whatever cards he has. As long as it's face up. 2 fights. Ooh. And a move. What do you think? We also have this thing too. You'd have to serve people match it up to the trying to keep some of our fights because that's a lot of hit points we got to go through because Wreaker has 6, Bulldozer has 5, 4 and 4. So that's a lot of hit points we got to get out too.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we'll play. What do you think?
I think we should draw one for Snowbird and then go from there.
Okay, so because that fight looks good too.
Yeah. Animal shapeshifting.
Yes, he can change shapes too. So he's a shapeshifter.
That's cool.
So we'll have 2 moves.
And then she has a wild and a heroic action.
Okay. So what do you think? Because if we do a fight, we could do 1 fight on the threat and 1 fight on the...
Yeah, and then the move from the Alpha Flight card
would clear the threat. And then there would be 2 there. Wouldn't be overflow. I think that's a good... So we'll do the fight then.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
So that will get added to the story. Yep. So we clear 1 thug and we'll put 1 fight token on there. And then we'd use a move token from the Alpha Flight card and it would clear up that threat. So that's what's done. And then
we have to add 2 civilians.
Yeah, and then we'll take out that threat. So we'll do that. So we clear that. We could add to that location, but we don't want to add more. We don't want to get overflow.
No, yeah.
But if we're trying to finish missions and stuff, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is Wrecking Crew's turn. What do we got? Okay. Wrecker's going to go, and so Thunderball.
Okay.
So the Wrecker's going to move 1, and Thunderball's going to move 2. So Thunderball is going to be in our zone.
Okay.
But Wrecker's going to move, and the crowbar moves with Wrecker.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go in the order from the top from the cards. So Wrecker will go first, and then Thunderball. Okay. There is cards that actually say start from the left and go to the right when they do it, but this one will just start with Wrecker, then go to Thunderball.
Okay.
So he's going to do his BAM. His BAM sucks because it's 2 damage to 1 hero anywhere. So he doesn't even be in your zone anyway. He just does 2 damage.
Whoa. Okay.
Then add 1 thug and 1 civilian in Wrecker's location. So he can do 2 damage. So we can give it to Aurora because she has the body armor. She'll take 1 hit.
Yeah.
And that will block it. And then which card do we want to discard? Because he has her starting cards that do benefits for moving or a wild.
I kind of think we got to discard the wild, unfortunately, because these 2
can do some cool stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll play that. Yeah, that'd be cool to have a team that could just go. I don't know if Nightcrawler can take people with them too. Just have a whole team that just ports around and runs around too.
Yeah, that'd be neat. Cool. And then add Elsa Bloodstone with the teleport thing.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he did that to Aurora. Then we have to add a thug and a civilian in his zone.
Okay.
We could have had Wolverine in this group, but we don't have Wolverine now. We're painted up too, so because he's part of Alpha Flight too.
Right.
Not the Weapon X or the old. It has to be the Wolverine one, I think, from the.
That makes sense.
X-Men one. Okay, so now Thunderball deals 1 damage to 1 hero in Thunderball's or adjacent location. If Thunderball is in the Crowbar's location or adjacent, nope, he's not adjacent to it, luckily. So he doesn't drop a thug, but he does 1 damage to someone in that zone.
Okay.
Sasquatch is going next, so maybe we'll. Ooh, he has those 2. Who do we want to give the damage to?
I didn't know about maybe giving it to Snowbird, but I'm not sure which card of hers to.
I'm not sure. I don't think there's any cards in these decks that make you play cards randomly. So we could get rid of that one, maybe?
Okay.
Mystic.
Let's do it.
Okay. And then because he's not at the crowbar, he doesn't deal or adjacent 1. Do 1 more damage and add 1 to. Okay, that's if he's close to the crowbar then. if location adjacent. Oh, yep. So no, he doesn't add one.
Okay.
Okay. So keeping Wreaker away, the other ones away from the crowbar is good too.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's back to us.
Yes.
Sasquatch. So the Sasquatch want to play one of their cards or the alpha card. Right now, we got to clear. I think we should start focusing on clearing some of these civilians and thugs up too.
Yes. So he
against
has
a single target.
And he has Songbird's double fight.
Yes, he does. Oh, we need heroic action. So
yes.
Oh, and he also has the air jet. What's these ones? Another hero can immediately fight in their location. You may give one of your action tokens, but then you have heroic action, and then you have 2 fights. So that's not going to be too handy. The hero may immediately. Then you do a fight.
Then he'd have 3. They're not super.
Because Sasquatch, he has a fight. If he does the one, that alpha flight card, the other hero may immediately in their location, so they could save a civilian. You could use the fight to kill one of the thugs there.
Yeah.
You could use your airlift to go back the other way towards Piledriver and do a fight there.
That's a good plan. Yep.
You know
I think that works.
Okay, so we'll use the alpha flight card. So then we'll say anyone in that zone is going to use their heroic action to clear up a civilian.
Okay.
And then we'll do the fight from that card to clear up the thug. Okay. And then since we played that, we got to see what's in the storyboard. Next. Okay, oh, good. It's not the black card. Another one. What's that one? Choose one hero. They may search their deck for any card and put it on top after shuffling.
Ooh.
Well, that's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And then we'll use
Sasquatch's airlift.
Yep.
So flip that.
And then they're going to go over to where Piledriver is. And then we'll do the fight. Piledriver is in that zone right there. And we'll clear up one of the thugs. And we'll put a fight token there. And that's Sasquatch, so that worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so North Star is not going to play an Alpha Flight card because we don't want to pick up the black card just in case of that.
No,
I can't even remember if I got the black card when I tried it. I don't remember what the black card is.
Not yet. It'll be a surprise. So we're going to pick up for North Star.
Okay.
Heroic action.
Okay, and we're going to play his starting card that when he moves, he can take someone with him.
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to move, and he's going to move over to where Piledriver is, and he'll take Allura with him.
Yep.
Fortunately, she doesn't have her starting card out that she would have been able to do something after she moved.
Not yet, but we will.
Okay, so he'll move and he'll bring Allura with him, and then he'll do a fight token in that zone. So we'll put that on the side so we know that stays there too. Allura came with us. So Allura, is she going to pick up too?
Yes.
Okay.
Heroic action and a fight.
Okay. And we have a move left over from North Star too.
Yes.
So we'll see what we're going to do. So we're going to use a heroic action and fight card. So she'll do a heroic action in that zone. We'll use the move from North Star to clear up that threat, which would add 2 civilians to that location. Oh, but then the fight we wouldn't be able to use because you can't fight a civilian.
Right.
But that's okay. We cleared up the threat. So the end turn one here, you may search your deck for any one card, then shuffle your deck and place that card on top. So we'll do that.
Cool.
Okay, so we'll see which card we want to put on top, and then we'll have to shuffle. So we're deciding to put that on top because there's already 2 Alpha Flight cards out, and then that's considered an Alpha Flight card, so she gets free tokens.
Which is awesome. And you can use tokens whenever on your turn.
Yeah. You can use as many as you want on your turn.
Cool.
So that goes on top. Shuffle. And now it's over to Wrecking Crew's turn. Wrecker's going to go 2, bam, and then Piledriver 2.
Okay.
So we'll move them and then do their bam. So Wreaker move 2 with a crowbar. Piledriver move there. So Wreaker, 2 damage to 1 hero anywhere. Then there's going to be overflow first there.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. Locations, there's not many spawns in this one. Is tough too when he does, especially with Wreaker there.
Absolutely.
So he's going to do 2 damage to anyone. We don't want to give it to Aurora or Snowbird because then they would KO. And if anyone KOs in this one, the villains don't activate their BAM, instead inclusive loot track by 1.
Okay.
So, okay.
So everybody else has taken a little bit of damage. Maybe Sasquatch should take it this time?
Do we have fights? Move fight. I know we want that one. He's a move fight. It's whoever. Oh, he's over there. I'm thinking. And just single target. Yeah, maybe we'll do the wild and then the claws because it's 2 damage to a single target and there's no henchmen or we can't do damage to them yet.
Yeah, we can't do. Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
So let's put those.
Bottom. Okay, and then he would put Thug and the civilian in his location. It says Thug first, so we'll put a Thug.
Okay.
Because it doesn't specifically say which order. And then the civilian can't be put, so they get overflow. Was overflow, can't be added, increase the loot track by 1. So they got their first loot.
All right.
He's done. Piledriver. He's not adjacent to the crowbar, luckily.
Thankfully.
Deal 1 damage to Piledriver's location. If Piledriver is in the crowbar's location or adjacent 1, deal 1 more damage and put 1. Okay, so we're good with that.
Awesome.
Okay. So that's their turn. So yeah, Wreaker hits hard.
He does.
And he can hit anyone, so that's...
Yeah, that's scary.
Okay, so who was last? Aurora?
Yeah, so it's Snowbird's turn.
Okay, so the Snowbird want to pick up an Alpha Flight card or one of theirs. How many Alpha Flight? There's 6 cards in the deck. We've used 2. There's 2 out here, so there's 4. There's only 6 cards in the deck. One of them is a bad card. So you have a 50-50 chance if we're going to play map it up.
Maybe we'll pull from her deck right now.
Okay.
So let's see what she got.
What's that?
Post-cognition. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, gain 1 wild token whenever one of your cards in the storyline is turned face down.
Oh, don't know what character. Maybe there's a character that can turn cards face down. Interesting. Because we didn't use Puck or Guardian. And who's the other one? We have him over there. Puck, Guardian, and Wolverine are the only ones that are left. So, interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll decide what she's going to do. So Songbird's going to do Snowbird. It's going to play Animal Shapeshifting. And then we're going to use, before she moves, her communication device. So what's that do?
So use on your turn if there are no other heroes in your location, heroic action. Then turn this face down.
So we'll clear up one of the civilians there first before we go. Then we'll use the heroic action on Aurora's card to clear up another civilian before we go. Then with animal shapeshifting, we're going to move over to where Sasquatch is. We still have a fight from Aurora, but there's nothing there to fight.
Yes.
Then we'll use the heroic action on that card and the wild from that to count as a move to clear up that threat. So that was a good turn for her.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then because we cleared that threat, we have to add 2 civilians to that location.
All right.
That one, and you can rescue at the end of your turn a civilian from there.
Awesome.
So that worked out.
So we'll grab one.
Yep. And that's Snowbird. So Sasquatch is next. We're going to do the same. Are we playing? We don't want to use any of those yet. Another hero can use a fight in your location we don't need, and then choose one. Searching the deck is a pretty good. I think that'd be a good card, but we don't want to get the negative card.
Not yet.
No? Okay, so Sasquatch is going to pick up.
Yes.
And everyone has used their gear too. Yeah, they're all exhausted. Okay.
Well, if we hadn't had the take the wound, it would have been a problem, right?
Yeah.
So All right, Sasquatch is picking up, and he's got 2 fights.
And then you have a move left from Snowbird.
All right.
So we'll see what we're going to do. Because, that double fight. That move. Already. We'll see if we're going to do that. But the move from Snowbird can go here, and your double fight could help clear up that from overflow.
Right. Because
then you'll be right in Wreaker's face.
But there's a possibility that he's going to move, and you don't get hit when he moves.
No.
You get hit where he ends up.
Yeah, no, he can hit anyone on the board. Doesn't matter what Wreaker is.
Right.
It's the crowbar you got to watch with this one. Wherever the crowbar is, stuff's going to get hurt. So you want to try to stay away from the crowbar.
Okay.
In this one. Anything that's adjacent to the crowbar or where the little crowbar is going to get hurt.
Okay.
And Wreaker's just going to hit anybody. So you can't prevent that unless you had like the body armor. But besides that now. So we'll see where we're going to go. So you said you want to play the move and fight?
Yeah, I think that's the best.
Because we're going to move to the Valley of the Sleeping Dragon and fight one of those thugs so we don't get overflow. Then from Snowbird's move, we'll move again.
To Europe.
Yeah. Because we could have put the fight there, but I want to clear that up so we don't get overflow.
Sounds good.
So Sasquatch is going to go over to Europe. Okay, so North Star, did we pick up for him already?
No.
No, because he had free, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. How did he have free? How did he heal back up? Because he got hit for 1 damage.
He blocked it, though.
But he didn't take 2 damage yet?
No.
Okay.
So, it was wild.
Okay, so we're going to do his concussive blast. And he's going to move over to Mount Rushmore. From the special effect, he's going to do split as you like in your and adjacent locations. So he's going to do a fight on that threat, and then he's going to do a fight on that threat.
And of course, because of the card that's face up in the storyline, he took a roar with him.
Yeah. So from Sasquatch's card, there's still a move and a fight, so we'll do a move on the threat. We don't want to clear that up yet because we would have got overflow because you would have put 2 civilians.
Right.
And we still have a fight left. We'll do a fight in this location. It's too bad we didn't have Aurora's card out where if she moved on someone else's turn, she could have done a heroic action or a fight there too. Oh, and we put that a card on top, so any Alpha Flight cards, she's going to get tokens too.
Right.
Forgot about that. Nice. So that's North Star's turn. And then it's going to be the Wrecking Crew. Whoa. No Wrecker this turn. That's good. But Piledriver is going to move 5. And Bulldozer is going to move 1. So we'll move them.
All right.
So Piledriver moved 5. He's going to bam. No one's in his location. And he's not adjacent to the crowbar. So we got lucky there.
Awesome.
He keeps punching and missing. And then Bulldozer, now what does he do? Deal 1 damage to 1 hero and Piledriver's... No, that's Piledriver. Move Bulldozer... Okay. So he moved 1, and then you do his BAM. So what does his BAM say? Move Bulldozer clockwise to the next location with any heroes. Because he's already in a location with heroes. I guess it's kind of like Juggernaut. He moves forward and bulldozes people.
Okay.
Okay. Then deal 1 damage to 1 hero there. If Bulldozer is in the crossbars location or adjacent, deal 1 more damage. Oh, okay. So, because he has to build up momentum and move, he says, I thought he would hit us, but you have to move him clockwise to the next location so he doesn't hit us. Because his initial move moved him 1, then his BAM moves him again.
All right.
So he's going to hit Sasquatch.
So he's going to KO Sasquatch.
Yeah. So he would move to the next location. And then he would do 1 more damage. So there's no overkill in this because he'd do 1 damage to Sasquatch. And because he's adjacent to the crowbar, he'd do another damage. He doesn't get overkill.
All right.
I don't know if anyone does do that in
That's a good question.
But we get KO'd, so the loot track would go up by 1. It doesn't activate their BAMs or anything. And then Sasquatch would discard their card. And then on their turn, they'd come back up. So we got our first KO. Unfortunately. Ugh. And then it's going to be over to us. So Aurora's going to go. We already know that card is on top. We're not going to play an Alpha Flight card.
But
It's
gain move or heroic action token for each face-up Alpha Flight card in the storyline.
okay. And we are going to play that for sure.
We are.
So that's an Alpha Flight card because it says it obviously on it. And then we have 1, 2, so 3 total. So we'll figure out what tokens we're going to get and then what we're going to do with Aurora.
All right.
So we're going to get 2 moves and a heroic action token. We'll use a heroic action on the card to clear up that threat,
Sounds
which
good.
would add 2 thugs. We still have a move from North Star, and we still have our tokens because we can move over there. So we'll use a move from North Star to go over to where Sasquatch is. Then we'll use, is it 2? Yeah, it won't be overflow. We use the tokens from the move and the heroic action to clear up the next threat. And we'll add 2 thugs there, but there's no overflow. It just filled there.
Thankfully.
And we cleared up the last threat. So now they're under pressure. They're going to go every 2 cards, but now we can hit them.
Cool.
So now they're under pressure, so they're going to go every 2, but now we can start hitting them.
Awesome.
This one, you have to have 3 cards to discard to get 3 new ones. She only has 2, so she can't.
Right.
Oh, no. You may draw 3 cards from your deck. If you do, you must then discard 3 cards from your hand to the bottom of your deck. So you could have 5 cards at the end of your turn, but then you have to discard 3. You'll be back to 2. It's kind of like 3 more cards. Okay. I don't think we'll do that.
No, I think we're good.
Okay, so she's done. Then Songbird's going to go.
All right.
So what's Songbird? And what are these now? Any hero may immediately, in their location, fight. So then I could hit Bulldozer. You may give one of your action tokens. Oh, that would be good for Aurora to give because she could give her move token to somebody.
Right.
And then choose one hero. They may search their deck for any one card. Put it at the top. And it's a wild. Okay, we'll see what they're going to... What do you think? We should... Maybe we'll pick up with her?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
that's a good idea.
so let's pick up first and then we'll see.
Another Alpha Flight.
Gain 1 move or 1 heroic for each face up. Oh,
Ooh, hello.
so she can go around this. She can help clear up civilians with that one.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to have a lot
Well,
of
remember
fighting.
from the last game, there's certain characters that are good at certain. Seems like she's good with heroic actions.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll see what we're gonna play. So Snowbird's gonna play her Alpha Flight card, heroic actions, and then we'll get tokens for that. So there's gonna be, we have 2 of the Team Alpha Flight cards and 1 from Aurora, and from that card, she'll also get 4 tokens.
Right.
And then we'll use Aurora's heroic action and the heroic action on that card to clear up 2 civilians. And then we'll figure out what tokens we're going to get. So we got 4 tokens, 2 heroic actions, and 2 moves. We think we're going to use the 2 moves now to bring her over to where Aurora and Sasquatch when he gets up.
Yes.
So we'll be all in one group together behind Wreaker, hopefully. Okay. And we use another one of our tokens to clear up that civilian that was there.
Awesome.
And now it's going to be the Wrecking Crew's turn because they're under pressure now, so they go every 2.
Right.
So what do they got? Oh, special card. Okay, what's that there? Escape plan. Heroes may choose to either increase the loot track by 2 or remove the top 2 cards of the master plan from the game. So that means they get through their plot faster. Okay. So this happens afterwards. Add 1 to every location thug except Wreckers. Okay, so lucky. Okay, it's going to give overflow to Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
So we're already going to go up by 1 for overflow, so we'll be at 3. And now are we going to increase it by 2 so they don't lose 2 cards? Or remove the top 2 cards? What do you think? Because they have 12 cards total, and they've used 1, 2. I've compressed the storyline so far. So what do you think? We're already have them under pressure. They'd be halfway through their plan if we add 2 to the loot track.
Well, and how many wounds do they each have? That's another question.
6, 5, 4, and 4.
Ooh, okay. Because it might take us a bit to do that many wounds on all of them. So I don't know if taking 2 off the top of the deck is a good idea.
Okay, yeah, we'll try. Well, so we'll add 2 to the root track.
Yeah.
So that would make it at 4, and then Mount Rushmore is going to be overflowed, so then it would be at 5.
Okay.
And but we'll have to add thugs to each location, except records.
All right.
So they didn't hit us that turn, but we are now at 5 on their plot, and then we have to watch overflow on those 2 locations too.
Yes.
Okay, so, and they're going every 2 still, so after Snowbird.
It's Sasquatch.
So Sasquatch would stand up. They get to draw their free cards as soon as they stand up, and then they draw their turn card.
Okay, so he got Controlled Fury, fight against up to 2 different targets in your location.
Okay.
Another Controlled Fury.
Okay.
And Alpha Flight.
Gain 1 fight token for each. Oh, that's going to be super good. With all the Alpha Flight cards you got there, yeah. I think we're going to play that card because he might be able to just one-shot Bulldozer.
Yeah, because that would give us, with this one, I think it would give us 5.
Nice, okay, and then we'll play the card. Well, we still got, when you stand up, you get your free cards that you would initially get when you start the game, or when you stand up, and then you draw now because it's your turn. Because we're not going to play the Alpha Flight card.
No. Okay. Well, not those Alpha Flight cards.
Yes.
The team cards.
Yeah, but that's something to think too. If we do play those, yes, there's that 50-50 chance, but then we're adding, now we see we would have got another token, right? It's a gamble. But we are going to play, I'm going to punch you in the face card.
Yes.
So gain 1 token. So we'll see how many. And we have a Heroic Accent from Songbird too.
Okay.
So we got 2 Alpha Flight cards from the team deck, 2 from Aurora and Songbird, and from that one. So that's 5. We are going to get 5 fight tokens.
Awesome.
We are going to use those 5 now. Like does he have any protection? Like you can't hit him with. No deal. There's nothing there that says you can't hit him, because I know there is some villains and heroes and other ones you fight that you can't hit them unless you do something.
Oh, okay.
Like Moonstone, I think I recently painted it up. You have to take away her gem to be able to hit her.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so no, we can just use those 5 fight tokens we got right now to just smoke Bulldozer.
Awesome.
That worked out.
Yeah.
Sasquatch. So Bulldozer gets mauled by Sasquatch.
Cool.
So we're going to use the move on the card to go over to Mount Rushmore. And then Songbird's Heroic Accent to clear up one of those civilians so we don't get overflow.
Awesome.
Nice. Good job, Sasquatch.
Nice.
So location there, I thought it was only 1, but if all non-KO'd heroes are in this location, you get a Heroic Accent token. We're not all in that location, though.
No.
And then we're going to, North Star, we're going to pick up a card. We're not going to play the Alpha Flight card.
Sounds good. Another Alpha Flight.
Okay, what's this one?
Gain heroic action tokens for each face-up Alpha Flight card.
So now
in
that
the
would be
storyline.
6 now, because we'd have 6 Alpha Flight cards.
Yes.
And a fight. And a move. Ooh, that would be really good to clear that location up.
It would. That would totally.
And and we're giving someone else a fight for next turn. Okay, yeah, so we'll play that card.
Awesome.
So that would give us 6 now Heroic Accent tokens. We're going to use 4 of them to clear that up, because we're going to move over there from Sasquatch's card.
All right.
And we'll use the fight to hit Piledriver. So that's good. And it doesn't just have to be Aurora to go with him when he moves. So we move Sasquatch over.
Yeah.
And Piledriver has 3 hit points left. Nice. But I think that's it. And we still have 2 tokens left.
That was a good turn for him.
Yeah. But now it is their turn. So, yeah. They kind of gave us a freebie last time. Oh, okay. Now Wreaker's pissed off at what we're doing. He's going by himself.
All right.
Oh, so he's going to move 3, then bam. Oh, I didn't know they actually place, and this actually places bugs too.
Okay.
So he moved 3. It's nice that it doesn't have to be in his location. It can be anywhere. So we can give it to somebody else if it's not there.
All right. And
he just does his BAM. I don't know if that's come up before. Not everyone triggers their BAM, 'Cause
No,
that would
it
make
didn't come up, but
hard.
it's important.
Yeah, because they're not henchmen, they're villains. So whenever they're on the card, then they do their bam.
Right.
So 2 damage to anybody North Star already went.
He did.
Sasquatch still has to go. And we want fight tokens, so we don't want to give anyone. It's 2 different targets. Sasquatch has 2 fights. So maybe we'll give it to North Star.
Okay.
And we want North Star to have moves because he can bring people with him. So
Maybe we'll get rid of the 1 heroic action.
and the wild, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
And then because he bammed, we add 1 thug and 1 civilian to his location.
Okay.
You got him?
Yep.
Thug. And it targets, so his both adjacent places will get a thug too. So luckily cleared 1 of those up. So that won't be overflow. That's a thug. Because I would have put the track to 6 now.
Yeah.
And then Asia gets 1. And that's Wreaker's turn.
Okay.
So Aurora's going to go. We're going to play her cards, so she's not going to pick up from the team deck.
So she got a move and a heroic action.
Okay. And we're finally going to play one of her starting cards, Projectile Speed.
Yes. So as long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you entered 2 or more different locations during your turn, at the end of your turn, you may heroic action or fight in your location.
So we're going to play that card in the storyline. She's going to move over to Mount Rushmore. So she moved over. She's going to use her move token she has to move over to where Royal Palace is, which would trigger her storyline card she just played.
Yep.
And she has a fight from North Star that she's going to hit Piledriver with. We could hit Wreaker, but he's the weaker one now. We want to try to get them off.
All right.
And at the end of her turn, she would do another damage because she moved 2 locations this turn. So Piledriver has 1 life left. So we're going to take the gamble with the Alpha Flight card because we know Songbird doesn't have much fights.
No.
And I haven't been counting. I'm not going to collapse the story. I haven't counted how many fights he had.
I don't.
Yeah, I can't even remember. So she's going to play the Alpha Flight card. So it says immediately. So we get to do that effect before, I don't know if the bad card. So we'll play that card in the storyline. What's the next card? Oh, okay, yeah, it's the bad one. What's their bad one? As long as this card is in the team display, that's what it's called. Okay. Heroes cannot perform the same action more than once their turn.
That sucks.
Yeah, okay. So you can't move, which sucks for them because they rely on double moving to do stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. But we still get that ability.
Right.
So another hero is going to go, we'll say, Sasquatch already got to kill before. Sasquatch is going to go again and punch Piledriver.
Sounds good.
And takes out Piledriver. Nice. We got a move from Aurora in the storyline to go here. And then she has a heroic action from the card she just played, and she's going to clear up a civilian. Now, we didn't do it's the same, yeah, as long as this card is in the team, say heroes cannot perform the same. So we never did the same action with her twice.
No.
Okay. And that's our team. It's going to go over to the Wrecking Crew. I'm just going to add that to the story. Now we just organize we don't have to circle organizing the storyline. So, Wrecking Crew, give me the card. Okay. And obviously, if the guy's on the card and he's dead, he doesn't get back up and go. He's dead. So that doesn't trigger.
Thank goodness.
Surprise!
That's bad.
Okay, so...
I wonder if that's like one of the Midnight Suns with the vampires and stuff, if they can be KO'd and then just get back up and do stuff. Or like...
So, Thunderball's going to move 4 and then bam.
Okay.
He moves there. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in Thunderball's or adjacent location. We're lucky Snowbird moved over 1, so he would have got hit over there.
Yeah.
Okay. If the crowbar is in the location or adjacent one, deal 1 more damage and add 1 to... Okay. So we got lucky with the crowbar placement, this one.
We did.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Sasquatch now.
Yep. Because who went last?
Songbird did. Snowbird, sorry.
Snowbird, yeah. Too many birds. Mockingbird, Snowbird. Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, we're not... I didn't see it. So don't tell me what it is. Are we going to play from here? Or we'll play? I'll make the choice. Did you see the card?
No.
Okay, well, let's see. Because we only have a move left. Songbird has... Sorry, I got a mosquito trying to hit me. Hulk action we don't want to do. We want fights. Okay, yeah, we'll pick up from the cards. We just can't do... As long as this card is in the team display, heroes cannot perform the same action more than once in their turn. We want to be able... We're at the point now where we want to do fight, right? We want to fight different people.
Right.
So I think I will play from the Alpha Flight cards.
Okay.
So Sasquatch is going to draw from this and play that. So it's played. Yeah. So when it gets played in the storyline, it gets flipped upside down. So then we pick over the last card. What's that one? Choose one hero. So they're both the same card. Oh. So we get a heroic action. So we'll just clear up one of the civilians. Because that's all we can do right now.
Right.
You may search your deck for one card, then shuffle your deck and place that on top at the end of your turn, because can't do anything else. So, yeah, Sasquatch will do that.
Okay.
So we'll search our deck and see what card we're going to pick. So we were saying about the fight, but people are probably going to move, so we're going to take the claw so he can move, hopefully, and get them.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Okay, so that will go on top. And when we run out of those cards, we're done. We can't get anything else. I know it comes up. If you run out of those, you don't lose the game because we're out of cards. It's just those
You're just out of team cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that was Sasquatch. So North Star. What does North Star want to do? Choose a hero. So you get a wild card. He doesn't have a fight. We could play one of these now, and then he'd have a wild. He could hit Wreaker now. Okay. And then you're feeding someone else a wild card.
That works.
And then someone else choose one hero, then may search their deck for any card and put it on top of it.
That works.
Okay. So he's going to play Team Coordination, use the wild to hit Wreaker. We don't have anything in the storyline now because the last card was face down, so we don't get that benefit. But Wreaker would take his first damage. So how many does he have again? 6. So he has 5 life left. And then we'll choose Aurora. So we're going to play the move fight one so we could hopefully get a move from the other card in the storyline and then she could trigger her abilities. So that will go on top. And then at the end of North Star's turn, he can search his deck for any one card and shuffle it because of the ability from that. So we'll search North Star's deck. So again, with him too, we're going to choose a move and fight so we can hopefully keep up to whatever's moving around.
Hopefully.
Okay. So we'll go on top. Now it's Wrecking Crew's turn because they're under pressure. Hiding the plan. Okay, so what's this one? Place the top 3 cards of the master plan deck on the bottom. Then each villain, bam, starting with, well, remember what I said before, with they go from the left to the right?
Yeah.
So place the top 3 master plan top cards are the 3 at the bottom. Okay, so they're not discarded, you just put them at the bottom.
Okay.
Then each villain, bam, starting with Wreaker and proceeding from the left to right. Okay. So Wrecker's going to bam. Then, so we know he's not going to do anything because that's what happened last time. There's no one adjacent to him. The crowbar's not adjacent. So that's not anything's going to happen there. It's Wreaker that's going to bam and do 2 damage to somebody.
Okay.
And then we put the top 3 cards at the bottom. So we'll do that too. So we put the 3 at the bottom. There is only 4 cards left though. So we only have 4 more of their turns before they win too. Because if they run out of the cards, they still win too.
Right.
And then Wrecker's going to bam. Someone's going to take 2 damage.
Unless we want to KO somebody, it's going to have to be Sasquatch again.
Okay, now this is where you might want to KO. Because a KO is going to make us go the loot track up by 1.
Yes.
We're still in good shape on that, I think, so far. Oh, and then he would put... And we have to put a thug and a civilian in that zone too. Because that's part of his BAM too.
Right.
So we'll put that. Still no overflow, so that doesn't affect the loot track. We could KO someone else to feed them more cards when they stand up, hopefully getting fights. That's what I'm saying. Because if we do give it to Sasquatch, Sasquatch seems to be our fighter right now.
Right.
So
That's a good point.
2 fight against up to 2 different targets. So who's going next? Aurora and Songbird.
Yes.
And we want the moves from that. Yeah, that's a... What do you think? We could give it... I give it to Sasquatch, then.
Yeah, because if we give it to... We're kind of thinking that Snowbird doesn't...
Have many fights left anyway.
No, and if we do Aurora, because she's going next, she won't get to go.
Oh, she still gets to go if she gets knocked out. She gets up and gets her 3 cards.
I didn't know if that wouldn't go till next turn. Okay. So...
We'll give it to Sasquatch?
Okay. We'll choose one of the controlled Furies and the heroic action?
Yeah. And that's their turn. So now it's over. North Star was last, so it's Aurora's turn. So choose a hero. We'll use pick up from her deck.
And it's the move and fight.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because we put that there.
Yes.
Okay. So there's a wild. I figured Wreaker would move, but he didn't move, so we can't trigger her move. And
right.
Because if she double moves on her turn, there's nothing that could. Because we could use 2 moves. She could go 1, 2, right back. There's nothing that's saying you can't move from your spot and move back to where you came from.
Does her card say 2 different locations?
Oh, that's as long as this card is face up in the storyline. If you enter 2 or more different, that's how they. I guess that's how they prevent people from doing what we just saw.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, good you caught that. So she can't do that trick. We can still hit him though, and give someone else a move because that would bring Songbird over. So let's play the move in the fight.
Okay.
So we'll forfeit the move because we want to stay there, unless we want to move off. That's the other option. We can hit him first, so we're going to play that card for sure. And we're going to hit him twice because the last card was a wild.
Yes.
So he's going to take 2 damage. That brings him down to, should bring him down to 4, I think. Because we've done how much damage to him?
3.
3? Okay, yeah, he has 3 left. Nice. Okay. And now, do we want to move or stay there? Oh, I want to stay there because that has that search your deck.
Oh, okay.
Card, right?
So yeah, we'll stay there.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll stay. We'll search our deck, see what card we pick from the ability from the place.
All right.
So we'll pick another move and fight just in case we have to move off the spot. And that's going to go on top. Songbird's going to go. We have already a fight and a wild if we play that card. So we could do 2 damage to Wreaker if we play Alpha Flight card. Because we don't know what's going to come up. I don't know if it's going to be a fight or what. Even if it is a fight, it's still going to do the same damage potential.
Okay.
At least this one, we can use the fight from Allura, the wild for a fight, and then we could choose a hero to search their deck for a card.
All right, so let's do that.
Okay, so we'll play the Alpha, and it gives us an Alpha Flight card too.
Awesome.
Get like all the tokens.
Yeah.
So the wild and Aurora's fight to hit Wreaker twice, so he'll take 2 damage.
Well, we have to move Snowbird over first, right?
Oh, I didn't see. Oh yeah. I was worried. Oh crap! I did that. We don't have a move, but no. Aurora's card had a move.
Yeah. So Snowbird would move,
and then she does 2 damage to Wreaker, leaving him with 1 damage.
Awesome.
And that's it. So you can do. Oh, and then choose a hero. They can search their deck for 1 card. Who do we want? Oh, they're going next, but we'll give it to Sasquatch.
That's what I was thinking.
He's going next anyway. We want to feed him with whatever card we can. So we'll look at what Sasquatch can do.
Yeah.
So we're going to pick Claws because we want to be able to move if he does and do damage. That's going to go on top.
Awesome.
At the end of Songbird's turn, because she's in that location, she can look at her deck and pick something.
Cool.
So that's a pretty good location too.
I think so.
So she does have another fight in the animal shape-shifting one, so that's going to be helpful. So we'll put that on top. And I just noticed she has a heroic action token, so she'll use that to clear up a civilian. Now we're done. Now it's their turn. So they only have 3 cards left after this, I think.
Okay.
What's this one? Power of the Crowbar. Oh, crap.
Uh-oh.
What's that do? Move all move all villains to the location of the crowbar. Oh, crap. Then I keep saying civilian, each villain bans, starting with Wreaker, proceeding from left to right. That would have been really bad if they all alive.
Yeah.
They would KO the whole, that would be rough.
Yeah, that would kill the whole, that would have knocked out pretty well everybody.
With damn, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I didn't even know they had that card.
That's crazy.
But that means Thunderball is going to come into our zone. It does feed us them, though, but they're going to hit us now.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't have any prevented damage. So we start with Wreaker. So Wreaker's going to go and do 2 damage to somebody. Who is next? Laura Sasquatch is next, right?
Yes.
We now know they're not moving anywhere. 1 fight against up to 2 different targets. That's Controlled Fury we have, right? Songbird, we know her top card is a fight.
Well, it's 2 different targets in your location. So he could hit Wreaker and...
Yep. So Wrecker's going to do 2 damage to North Star because it doesn't carry over. He's only going to lose 1 card.
All right.
So he'll take 1 damage and then he just gets overkilled, basically. And the loot track would go up by 1 for them. He gets knocked over. Okay. And then Wreaker will put a thug and a civilian in the zone he's in. Lucky we cleared civilian. Lucky we cleared that last one or we would have had overflow there.
Absolutely.
So, but we're still at 6. Now, Thunderball is going to go. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in Thunderball or adjacent location. If Thunderball is in the location of the crowbar or adjacent, deal 1 more. So he's going to do 2 damage also. So someone's going to get KO again.
All right.
So
maybe Songbird?
no, because we know.
Songbird? Sorry.
Yeah, we'll give it to Songbird. So she'll get KO'd. Loot track would go up to 7. Oh, and then we add a thug. We can't. So overflow, it'd go up. See, that escalated quickly.
Yep.
We're at 8. So if we didn't clear up that, if we didn't have that token, we'd be at 9 now because there would have been 2 overflows.
That would have been bad.
That would have been, we got so close and then, no, you lose.
Yeah. That would have sucked.
Okay. But that was a rough turn for us.
Absolutely. That's a rough card.
Oh, yeah. If you got that right off the bat.
That would have been bad.
Okay. So, but that's them. So it's going to be over to, Allura went, then we played the Alpha Flight card, which was Songbird.
Yeah.
So Sasquatch. So Sasquatch will go, and yeah, we don't pick up their cards until they stand up. So we're not going to, you can't put their cards now.
All right.
So Sasquatch, there is no more Alpha Flight cards, so got to pick from that.
Claws.
Against a single target in your location. Okay. And, oh, we have a wild. Oh, you know what we could do? Sasquatch, because we have a wild. The wild could do 1 damage to Wreaker, taking out Wreaker. That's from the Alpha Flight card. Then we'll play the Claws card, 2 damage to a single target in your location, 2 damage to Thunderball.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to do that. So Sasquatch has killed 3 so far.
Yeah.
And then 2 damage to, how much life do they have?
He's got 2 left.
Nice. Okay. And then there's a move.
Does he need to move?
Nope. So at the end of the turn, we'll look through the deck again, see what we pick. So we're going to pick the double fight. Put that on top. Okay. Sasquatch is done. So now it's North Star's turn. So North Star would stand up. And now the crowbar stays in that location now that Wreaker's gone. So it doesn't move now.
Okay.
So we pick up his free cards for standing up.
Move and fight.
Double fight. Come on.
Fight.
I don't know if he has a double fight. Ah, double move. Okay. And then the card he picks up for his turn. Ah, okay.
Heroic action.
We can move people with him. So let's use 2 of his heroic action tokens to clear up that zone. Because we don't want to get overflow, right?
Yep.
And then we'll use the move and fight card. So if someone else needs to move to get over there or anything, to hit Thunderball for 1 damage. He only has 1 left. And the move, he's just going to stay there.
Okay.
And then we'll get the pick from his card deck too, because we're in that location. And we'll pick move and fight. Okay. Their turn. How many? It's just the. They have 2 cards left. Okay. What's they having all their special effect cards? Heading to the bank. What's this?
Uh-oh.
Bring back 1 cleared threat into play in the location with the crowbar. Oh, that's where we are. If possible. Or the next class location without a threat. Then add 1 to every location except Wreckers. Oh. Well, that would have been... It doesn't seem that bad, but if we weren't taking care of the overflow, we could have lost right there.
Yeah.
Because they would have put civilian... If they were all full, we would have added to the loot track. But there's... And it's going to be done for us next turn anyway, I think. So we would return a threat to that location. It doesn't take away from our threat, so we can still damage him.
Thankfully.
Yeah, because it doesn't say anything that you would... Once you hit 6 threats done, you can target them.
Thankfully.
So we would put the threat there, and we add a civilian to each location except Wreckers. Wrecker is gone, so everybody gets 1.
All right.
So that could have been rough. No overflow, though. We got lucky there.
Thankfully.
And then it's going to be over to us. North Star just went. So now it's...
Aurora's turn.
Yep. And we have a fight already there. So let's see what she picks up.
Move and fight.
Okay. So he only has 1 hit point left. We'll play her move and fight card. North Star has a fight. And we'll give 2 damage to him.
Awesome.
So we got him. So we got lucky, I think, because where the crowbar was placed at the start. Because if it started moving, then they moved with him. I think it would have been a lot tough. And those cards, some of that crowbar card was rough.
Yeah.
And that one, if we weren't taking care of overflow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we got a couple good locations too, being able to search the deck and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's nice that we pick
really
randomly
helpful.
each time and you still
Get stuff that's helpful.
Yeah, they're not really bad locations. I don't know if there is one that's like the crappy one, but
I don't know. Well, if there is, we haven't found it yet. But that was fun though.
Yeah.
That was definitely a different type of challenge than the other ones.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's nice that it's not repetitive in that way. We hope you enjoyed the video as much as we did.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do up some of the secret evasion stuff next too. So we'll be shield against the scrolls. I'm not gonna do the queen one yet. We'll do the scrolls first, and then maybe do the queen one another time.
Sounds good.
Yep. So if there's someone in shield you want to see painted up, let us know because I have Mockingbird done. I'm working on Nick Fury now. There's a couple of Songbird's a nice model too. I might do her too.
Yeah, sounds good. So thanks for coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.